welcome back to the Hydonso region. My name is Mads and I remake my childhood fake Pokemon. And in this episode we are going back to the future. The Future is Wild documentary, that is. One of my favorite documentaries. And I notice I am not alone in loving speculative evolution. And just a heads up, if you haven't watched the previous Future is Wild video, I recommend that you do so, because I will be referencing it. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on today's episode and future episodes, so like and subscribe so you're with me into the future. For the first line, it's actually more the concept rather than the actual design. As you can see here from 1999, you have a bird that have certain aquatic features. This it took further in 2013 when I made it more obvious that the bird turns into a water creature. So when I wanted to create a Pokemon based on a Gannet whale, this line was perfect. You see, this is when I got an idea. In the previous video, I talked about Wingull losing its habitat due to the increasing numbers of Flyteristish taking over. So what if Wingull is forced to adapt? Adapting to live more underwater than above. There are already quite a few birds that does this. One example is the puffin, who are fantastic swimmers and good at catching fish. So my Wingull here is more adapted to swim underwater using its arms, and its beak can more easily catch prey underwater. Hydonsoian Wingull, the pelagic bird Pokemon. Water Ice type. Ability, thick fat, hydration and adaptability. Hidden ability, swift swim, dex entry. Due to loss of their habitat, Wingull had to adapt quickly. It now spends more time underwater than above. Its body has adapted to more easily escape its predators as well as catch its prey more effectively. Wingull's nostrils close up underwater, preventing it from drowning. Their new habitat is mostly in the north coast of the region, where Flyteristish doesn't live. I almost gave it the same green shiny its Hoenn form has. However, due to its evolutions, I decided to go with a more orca or killer whale inspired shiny. And there are many water birds with black feathers. What do you think about the Hydonsoian Wingull? I love the subtle changes that makes it more aquatic. And more aquatic it will be when it evolves. At level 25. Into Pelipper, of course, but a Pelipper that can no longer fly, because the Gannet whale can't fly, which is its primary inspiration. After a few quick sketches, I ended up with a post that I really liked. There is not too many changes from its original design, but certain elements are definitely pushed for a more aquatic lifestyle. I also decided to go with a more orangey beak rather than the yellow one, mostly because this color scheme looked better on its final evolution. But I almost gave it the orca colors because, oh, it looks good. Hydonsoian Pelipper, the deep sea bird Pokemon. Water Ice type. Ability, thick fat, drizzle and adaptability. Hidden ability, Storm Drain. Dex entry. It has given up on flight, however it's an excellent swimmer. It can swim at speed up to 18 to 20 miles per hour. Its weak feet function as rudders, allowing it to turn rapidly. However, they remain tied to the land by the need to roost, breed and nest out of water. And a shiny obviously is inspired by orcas or killer whales. It looks so good. I think this might be one of my favorite fake Pokemons I made. This will go on my team. Will it be on yours? Not convinced yet? Don't worry. Pelipper in the Hydonso region will evolve even further at level 45. It will evolve into Whalipper, which is inspired by the Vortex and Porpin. Both comes from the book After Man, which is well known in the speculative evolution community. There are birds that have completely evolved to live in a marine environment. Another Pokemon that I made in 2005 has inspired Whalipper. And as you can see, the early stages of Whalipper took heavy inspiration from this fake Pokemon. But the more I worked on it, the less resemblance was there. The biggest challenge with Whalipper is definitely its fin. It just took some time to figure out how its flippers would turn into its fin. Welliper, the aquatic avian Pokemon, water ice type. Ability, Thick Fat, Drizzle and Adaptability. Hidden ability, Storm Drain, Dex Entry. Welliper has developed the ability to retain its single egg internally until it's ready to hatch and give birth to live young in the open ocean. Freed from the necessity to come ashore, they become completely marine. Although a plankton eater, they occasionally feed on other sea Pokemon. They especially prey on Dreamwing. And the shiny takes of course inspiration from the killer whale, but also from the Porpin and Vortex from Afterman. It's beautiful. I'm very happy with this evolution of Pelipper, and I love how different it looks from all the other Pelipper fake Pokemon evolutions out there. If you like this line as much as me and think I've done a good job, please let me know in the description below. And since you're already down there, give me a like and subscribe too, because we're not finished with the future yet. From water to fire, I made these volcano squid-like creatures in 1998. And if you are a fan of The Future is Wild, I think you already know where this is going. The first one out is Akalava, a squid inspired by lava and volcanoes. They are also inspired by the movement that octopuses make when they are on land. Originally, I did plan for them to live in the sea and be water-fire types, but after creating the Gelaton line a few videos back, I decided that the Hydonso region had enough jelly/octopus-like creatures in its waters. But the world of Pokemon is a fantastical place where creatures can live in magma, for example, which is perfect because this Pokemon originally was inspired by volcanoes, and I wanted it to eventually end up on land either way. So when I established this, it was very easy to make. Akalava, the lava squid Pokemon. Fire type, ability, magma armor, flame body and weak armor. Hidden ability, suction cups. Dex entry, Akalava swims in magma. They communicate using its vibration organ. Their body hardens once it gets out of the surface. This makes it very vulnerable. Every year, magma squid bring them to the most suitable lava pool location for them to evolve. During migration season, it stays in the volcano at the back of magma squid. They prey exclusively on Slugma. Its shiny is a reference to its original colors back in 1998. What do you think about this little lava squid? Akalava will evolve at level 25 into Lavapus. It's based on the Swampus from the Future is Wild documentary. For this remake, I actually decided to make it a 2-stage line. But when the first stage and last stage was done, it felt like something was missing. And of course, this design from 1998 had a middle evolution, and basing the middle evolution on a Swampus is perfect because it's in between the squid and the mega squid. It first started out as a miniature mega squid until I fully embraced the Swampus inspiration. After a while, I also decided to bring in some pottery inspiration. It is quite a strange creature. Lavapus, the land squid Pokemon. Fire ground type. Ability, magma armor, flame body and weak armor. Hidden ability, suction cups. Dex entry. Lavapus have evolved a more suitable body for walking on land. However, they still need to use their front tentacles to drag themselves forward. Since they are so slow on land, they're often preyed on by Marcargo. Unlike its evolution, they don't migrate. They need to stay at the lava pool until they evolve further, as their bodies cannot survive away from the lava for a long period of time. Unlike its pre- and final evolution, its shiny isn't based on its original colors from 1998 because its main form already have them, so instead it's based on the Swampus colors. For a while there, I wasn't satisfied with Lavapus, but after I remade it again, I'm now satisfied with it. What do you think about Lavapus, and would you like it on your team? It evolves at level 45 into Magma Squid. You see what I did there? Instead of Mega Squid, it's Magma Squid. It's too good not to do. There's always one Pokemon that I for some reason struggle with in every video. In today's video, that is Magma Squid. I remade this guy so many times. It just looked uncanny. It looked wrong. And to be honest, the Mega Squid doesn't really look normal either, which is the whole point. In the beginning, it was more squid-like with volcano attributes, but due to its pre-evolutions being magma, it turned more and more into magma becoming a squid. I wanted the legs to be different from its arms, like as if they had been solidified to be able to move long distance, which further brings out the ground type because it's a squid being on the ground and is walking. Other than its legs, its eyes was also difficult. I didn't want them as just two dots, like what the Mega Squid actually have. I even tried out the eyes of its original 1998 design, but it felt like something was missing. Ultimately, like with every character design, you kind of bring certain elements from each version you made, resulting in a Pokemon I'm quite happy with. Here comes Magma Squid, the Volcano Squid Pokemon. Fire ground type. Ability, Magma Armor, Flame Body and Steam Engine. Hidden ability, Contrary. Dex entry. They are massive squids that have adapted to walk on land. Their 6 legs have become more solid, suitable for long distant walking. Once a year they migrate across the region for breeding season. Their volcano works as an incubator for their offspring. Slugma are often found hitchhiking. This doesn't bother Magma Squid as it uses them as snack or to feed its young. Using their vibration organ, they communicate long distances. Its absolutely horrendous shiny comes from its original colors from 1998. It's just a strange mixed match of colors that I found quite funny to make into a shiny. What do you think about this bizarre Pokemon? Have I done the Mega Squid justice? It turned out to be a much bigger challenge than I expected. And sure, you can make the argument that I made it more difficult for myself because I want to bring in my original designs. And I think the best Pokemon are those who can mix match between different inspirations, because I clearly didn't want just to make a Mega Squid Pokemon. I wanted to make a Mega Squid inspired Pokemon. So let me know what you think about Magma Squid. In fact, you should let me know what you think about this whole Magma Squid line. I feel like I gave the squids from the Future is Wild justice with these designs. Having them come from lava rather than water, I think is pretty clever. It just screams Pokemon to me. I learned a lot about Pokemon designing in this video. It could quickly become too much with all this dripping lava, so I learned a lesson about balancing its design. At least that's what I think. And let me know if you're team Bird Whale or Lava Squid. I must say I think these designs are one of my favorites I made so far. And as usual, here are the hints for our next video. What do you think it will be based on? Make sure you like and subscribe so you do not miss out on the next video. And fair enough, there are many more videos based on the Future is Wild that you can check out on my channel. And I referenced a few of these Pokemon in this video already. Check out that next. But maybe you have already seen it and want to go into the past instead. Fair enough, we have that too. Check out the Hydonso region's fossil Pokemon here. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and let's remake them all in the next video. Mads out.